Freedom is the only worthy goal in life. It is won by disregarding things that lie beyond our control. Take each day in your open palms and close your fists around it. This life is not done with you yet. We never know the quality of someone else's life, though we seldom resist the temptation to assume and pass judgment. Nothing is permanent in this wicked world, not even our troubles. I believe much trouble and blood would be saved if we opened our hearts more. You define your own life. Don't let other people write your script. You don't get to pick where you're from, but you always have control of where you're going. Thank heaven for people who are satisfied with facts that conform to the reality they wish to believe. I think of life as a good book. The further you get into it, the more it begins to make sense. If your feet are firmly planted on the ground, you'll never be able to dance. Before wanting to feel at home with someone else, learn how to feel at home with yourself. There's nothing wrong with you. There's a lot wrong with the world you live in. And definitely get out of high school and make everyone sorry. Trustful people are the pure at heart, as they are moved by the zeal of their own trustworthiness. Everything that is done in this world is done by hope. Don't appreciate me. I'm not up to it. Don't criticize me. I don't deserve it. Just be my friend and forgive me, because I am craving for it. Nothing important is learned. It is simply remembered. To live greatly, we must develop the capacity to face trouble with courage, disappointment with cheerfulness, and triumph with humility. Others have seen what is and asked why. I have seen what could be and asked why not. Every violation of truth is not only a sort of suicide in the liar, but is a stab at the health of human society. Not only are we all unique, we're also all connected. Therefore, it makes no sense that you could ever be rejected. The future is something which everyone reaches at the rate of 60 minutes an hour, whatever he does, whoever he is. Taking personal accountability is a beautiful thing because it gives us complete control of our destinies. Hatred is a form of faith, distilled by passion to remove all rationality. Dogs are not our whole life, but they make our lives whole. Man is able to decide for or against reason. He is able to create beyond reason or to destroy below reason. I think that if the world were a bit more like Comic-Con, it would be a better place. We know what we are, but know not what we may be. Success always hugs you in private, but failure slaps you in the public. Part of the maturity of the sciences is an appreciation of which questions are best left to other disciplinary approaches. Life was not longer something to endure, but to live. Guard well your thoughts when alone and your words when accompanied. I am not bound to win, but I am bound to be true. I am not bound to succeed, but I am bound to live up to what light I have. I felt lonely and content at the same time. I believe that is a rare kind of happiness. We are all worms, but I do believe that I am a glowworm. My head will explode if I continue with this escapism. All I am fighting for every day is to make up for the time I had lost. Use your time wisely. It was amazing how it worked. The tiniest bit of truth made credible the greatest lies. Every ounce of my cynicism is supported by historical precedent. Friendship happens when the distance between the hearts tends to zero. In the middle of every difficulty lies opportunity. Sometimes things happen to people and they're not equipped to deal with them. Your environment will eat your goals and plans for breakfast. Focus your heart, mind, and soul on joy, and you'll find ultimate success and fulfillment. If my answers frighten you, then you should cease asking scary questions. The worst thing about being lied to is knowing you weren't worth the truth. You can't let the truth bring out the worst and let it get the best of you. We should be humble in our approach. but should not grumble towards life. Don't sacrifice yourself too much, because if you sacrifice too much, there's nothing else you can give, and nobody will care for you. You don't know me. You know one me, just like I know one you. And you can't know every me, and I can't know every you. Realize that everything connects to everything else. If you're horrible to me, I'm going to write a song about it, and you won't like it. That's how I operate. When I stopped to take a breath, I noticed I had wings. The more you praise and celebrate your life, the more there is in life to celebrate. Even as your body betrays you, your mind denies it. It is not courage that makes us speak the truth, but it is a hunger for truth that makes us courageous. Pursue what catches your heart, not what catches your eyes. You get in life what you have the courage to ask for. In all of living, have much fun and laughter. Life is to be enjoyed, not just endured. For the first time in a long time, I want more than I have. The prettiest flowers earn their honor in the ugliest dirt. Who we are in the present includes who we were in the past. The only thing wrong with trying to please everyone is that there's always at least one person who will remain unhappy. You. I cried because I had no shoes until I met a man who had no feet. He had the look of one who had drunk the cup of life and found a dead beetle at the bottom. Time is simply the measurement of human progression against that of existence. Life is a magical journey, so travel endlessly to unfold its profound and heart-touching beauty. Don't let mental blocks control you. Set yourself free. Confront your fear and turn the mental blocks into building blocks. Believe in sudden shifts in life. You never know what is coming for you. Few among men are they who cross to the further shore. The others merely run up and down the bank on this side. There are some experiences in life they haven't invented the right words for. No persons are more frequently wrong than those who will not admit they are wrong. Understanding is but the sum of our misunderstandings. Just between us, that's my way of comprehending the world. In a nutshell, the worst decisions in life we make are always the one we make out of fear. If we don't change, we don't grow. If we don't grow, we aren't really living. When something ought to be true, then it proves to be a very powerful truth. Common man's patience will bring him more happiness than common man's power. A dumb idea isn't dumb if it works, so you might as well just try it out. Your past battles are part of your story. It is a powerful testimony that will inspire others. When a language dies, a way of understanding the world dies with it, a way of looking at the world. Every team has its weakness, and every team has its strength. Without leaps of imagination or dreaming, we lose the excitement of possibilities. Dreaming, after all, is a form of planning. The only thing that can grow is the thing you give energy to. Life is an intricate play with actors waiting for an explanation. Each added act confers a new interpretation of the story. Everything is created twice, first in the mind and then in reality. I just wanted to tell you that I understand if you go. It's okay if you have to leave us. It's okay if you want to stop fighting. Those who are wise won't be busy, and those who are too busy can't be wise. The bird a nest, the spider a web, man friendship. Failure is not when you fail once, but when you refuse to learn from your mistakes. A truth that's told with bad intent beats all the lies you can invent. In the calculus of feelings, you never really know how one person's absence will affect you more than another's. Before I can tell my life what I want to do with it, I must listen to my life telling me who I am. It is more important to be of pure intention than of perfect action. If there is any truth in the world, it lies when I'm with you. The deepest wounds aren't the ones we get from other people hurting us. They are the wounds we give ourselves when we hurt other people. A need for revenge can burn long and hot, especially if every glance in a mirror reinforces it. Weekends don't count unless you spend them doing something completely pointless. Being born is like being kidnapped and then sold into slavery. At times, even a 90% compatibility rate ends in a breakup. Meditation is a way for nourishing and blossoming the divinity within you. We don't receive wisdom, we must discover it for ourselves.